Good morning, Paul Georgi from Allendale. It's April 14th, 2011. The USDA released the export sales numbers here this morning, a bit friendly for corn. Old crop corn, 848,000 tons. Trade was looking for 350 to 600. New crop, trade was expecting 200 to 350, and it came in at 253. So total, pretty good week for corn sales and a little higher than what trade was expecting. The soybeans, on the other hand, not quite as good news there. The old crop had 131,000 tons sold with expectations of 1 to 200. New crop had a 51,000 ton cancellation with 100 to 200,000 to the plus side as being sold. So a little bit negative to the bean export side of things. The wheat number right in the middle of trade expectations, but they had a large range there, 300 to 700, came in at 545. The NOPA crush was better than expected, 134 million bushel. Trade was looking for 133.1, so could be supported there. The grain markets, as you can see, overnight we were lower, and we're going to need some help and some new news to support this grain market. The problem right now is we're not getting any bullish news to feed the bull, so to speak. Ethanol production last week showed a decline in corn. We get Gulf basis weakening, which doesn't bode well for potential export business. China overnight announced that their quarterly trade deficit was a negative, so therefore that's weighed on global markets and commodity markets around the world as well. The wheat market looking for some support there. Still got the weather issue in the southern plains, although the forecast is for some light amounts of rain, even 1/10 of an inch to 3/10 of an inch for that far southern hard red winter wheat area, and more rain is expected through Kansas and into Missouri and into the Corn Belt here this weekend. So that's putting some pressure on the wheat. The soft red wheat conditions look good, and supplies there are getting to a level or a concern that we need to get to levels that will attract more feed use. And we're certainly seeing that as the relationship between corn and wheat continues to get to the point where wheat is trading below the corn. So watching that spread closely. Other things that are trade is looking at is the spreading between the corn and the beans, the relationship there. Some studies have been done going back to 1996 looking at the corn and soybean relationships when we had extremely tight stocks in corn and larger supplies in beans. If we go to that same level, it would mean a possible $2 lower price in soybeans, or a narrowing of that corn bean spread of as much as $2. So something to watch for there. Contact Allendale's representatives, and we'd be happy to help you out and discuss those opportunities as we move forward here. In the livestock trade, choice cutout values were down 89, select down 55. Cash markets had been quiet. We had in Nebraska last week, we traded at 196 on the dress basis. We traded some cattle yesterday at 189 on the dress basis. Not enough to give us a true market test, but cattle did trade at those levels. In the hogs, the pork cutout values there were up yesterday, up 28 cents, but we did get some export numbers yesterday from the USDA and showed that we had pork exports compared to a year ago were up about 7%, which is certainly good. And even a more important factor is watching poultry or chicken exports. We've marketed and shipped out about 12% more chicken than we did a year ago. That's something that is certainly necessary for us to clean up some inventories here in the U.S. and to get pork back in that competitive advantage when comparing it with chicken. So those are things that we're watching here at Allendale. We expect a volatile day. This morning the corn market went down, tested yesterday's lows, and this 746.5 area in the May contract. We will see if we can, if we see more technical selling below that price, or if the bulls can come back in and give us some support and move that market higher. So potentially some volatility here today. Keep in touch with Allendale. Keep in touch with us on Twitter. We want to keep you informed so you can make some good business decisions. If you got any questions, call us, and you can reach us at 800-262-7538. We wish you a successful trading day. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.